नमस्कार माझ्या मराठी मित्रांनो. गुड मॉर्निंग. टुडे we are going to see the second part of confusion matrix, that is called as a sensitivity and specificity. Now if you not watch my previous video, then I really request please go and watch that, so that it will strengthen your the basic of confusion matrix. Now when we wanted to uh, calculate the true positive rate or the true negative rate, okay, then there are a few formulas we have to follow. But before formula, we have to understand what is sensitivity and what is specificity. So you can alternatively call your sensitivity as a true positive rate and specificity as a true negative rate. Now let's revise in a minute what is a how we can uh, what is a way to represent the confusion matrix. So we know that we have the actual value, okay, and always remember that confusion matrix is only applicable for the classification based model. Actual value, so person has, yesterday we have taken, sorry, not in yesterday, last time we have taken the important example that person has a disease and person doesn't have the disease. Okay, so let me change the color here. Yeah, person has disease, person not having disease. Okay, if person has disease, then this is a positive case. If person doesn't have disease, then it is called as a negative rate, right? So there are only two type of prediction, yes or no. Sorry for the drawing, guys. Let me extend this. This is actual and this is a predicted one. Right. So similarly here also we have person has disease and person doesn't have disease. Okay, now here we will take, if person has disease and the predicted one is also correct one, then this is called as a true positive. If person doesn't have disease but we predicted as a positive, then it is called as a false positive. If person has a disease but we predicted person doesn't have disease, then it is called as a false negative. And if my model predicted not having disease as actual of not having disease, then this is called as a true negative. So this is something we have already gone through in detail in my previous video. Now let's understand what is sensitivity. Now sensitivity, as I said, it's a true positive rate. So when I say, one second, let me just a minute. Yeah, so yes, so when I say the true positive rate, that is TPR, when I say TPR, so true positive rate, so true positive rate means how many, what is a percentage of true value out of how much value model is predicted, how much percentage model predicted positive out of actual positive. For I mean, we know that from above table actual positive is combination of true positive plus false negative. These are the if you look at this diagram, uh, one second, let me take pencil. Yeah, now if you look at this, these are the actual one, right? These are the actual who's having the disease. Out of this, these many values are projected by your model as a true positive. These are also positive, but model projected as a negative. So total person having disease is nothing but the TP plus FN. Understood? And out of which we are having, out of which how many values are projected positive? That is a TP. So this is called as a sensitivity. Okay, this is called as a sensitivity. Let's say we have the 100 patients for which we are projecting our model is performing or not, and out of which, out of 100, we know that 50 people's having a 50 people has a disease and 50 people does not have a disease, right? And out of 50, my model only projected 25 as having disease, and he projected 25 people doesn't have the disease from the actual heart disease, sorry, from actual disease, right? So I can say that my sensitivity, so these are the prediction of positive, and this is the prediction of the negative out of actual person having the disease. So what is my value of sensitivity? If I calculate, then it's become very simple. This is, so I can say this is my TP and this is my FN. So 50, 25 plus 25 is 50, and above is 25, so it's become 1 by 2, that is become 0.5. So this is of how sensitivity is getting calculated. Similarly, we can calculate the specificity. Okay, this is also called as a true negative rate. Why it is called as a true negative rate? Very simple. Here in sensitivity we are calculating the positive rate, here we are calculating the negative rate. So if I want to calculate the negative rate, so it means from total negative value, that is true negative plus false positive. Now if you remember this last column, not having disease, the first is the person who does not have disease, but my model predicted as a has disease, then it is called as a false positive. Okay, my model projected not having disease as actual, then this is called as a true negative. So if I calculate the true negative rate, I want to have the my base as a actual not having disease. So this is similarly my specificity, which is a true negative rate plus false positive rate. Nominate denominator is this. Okay, and here I have to specify as a true negative rate. Okay, so let's take the same example. As I say, out of 100 people, my 50 people are having disease actual. Okay, and another 50 people not having the disease. So from this 50, my model projected as a 25, or let's take another, my model projected 10 as projected as a 10 people it's having the disease, and 40 is projected as a not having disease. So this is a something called as a error. So how I can calculate? Actual is a 50, right, and the true negative is a 40, right? So my true negative is the 40, my FP is a 10, my true negative is a 40. So 40 plus 10 is a 50, it's something, so it's a 4 by 5. You can do the calculation, you will get, yeah, it's a 0.8. Okay, so specificity is at 0.8. So I hope you guys understand what is a sensitivity and specificity. So sensitivity is nothing but the how many, the percentage of the percentage of the positive rate. Okay, from actual positive, my how much percentage my model is predicted positive is called as a sensitivity, and exactly opposite specificity is nothing but the what is the percentage of my model predicted as a negative out of actual negative. Okay, always remember specificity actual negative. Okay, so predicted negative, in short for simplicity I'm writing this, predicted negative divided by actual negative, and sensitivity is nothing but the predicted positive upon actual positive. Okay, this why I'm giving this shortcut, because very time the terms are knowing us. Okay, we know the term, but when it comes to understanding of those terms, then we find some difficulties, because in coming video I'll explain the recall, precision, f1 score. Okay, so for me, if you want to remember this formula how to calculate, then must know the meaning of those. Okay, I hope you like my video. Please don't forget to share, subscribe and like. Thank you.